Well, Benedict Cumberbatch dropped a bomb on us yesterday when he told us via an interview with Variety that he was not going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Doctor Strange will not be in the next Avengers film. If you want to check out the breakdown of that article, we covered it yesterday, but most people seem to understand that Doctor Strange will simply be off doing other things during the events of Avengers Doomsday with Clea, just like they set up at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And Benedict Cumberbatch did confirm he's going to be in Secret Wars a lot. And he also did confirm Doctor Strange 3. But now that a main character is not going to be involved in Avengers Doomsday, some people are wondering, well, who are the leads going to be in Doomsday? With a cast list that is probably going to be pretty massive, we've heard in the past over 60 characters are going to show up in this film. Who is going to be the main characters of the movie? Who are we going to focus on the most? Well, today we have a better idea of who will be the leads in Doomsday. And it's also important to note that Deadline released that article when they confirmed that there were going to be 60 plus characters in Avengers Doomsday before San Diego Comic-Con, which came a month later. So we now know that the Russo brothers have decided to completely rewrite both scripts for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So we might not have those 60 plus characters anymore, at least maybe not in Avengers Doomsday, but we do know that we'll get that many in Avengers Secret Wars. And since it is still going to be a pretty big multiversal film, I'm sure there will be just a ton of heroes in it. And we have now entered the time where Marvel Studios is about to begin production on Avengers Doomsday. So as they finalize the script and get everything set up for filming, and then they start shooting, we're going to start to find out a lot about Avengers Doomsday, what the plot is, some leaked set photos, all of that. So if you want to stay up to date and never miss anything, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We talk about Marvel every single day. Now, according to a new report from My Time to Shine Hello, we are really going to focus kind of on two different people, or one group and one other person, as the main leads for the film. And the group is going to be the Fantastic Four, not the Avengers. Now, don't get me wrong, of course they're going to focus on the Avengers, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. But the fact that the Russo brothers could be planning to put a very heavy emphasis on the Fantastic Four in Avengers Doomsday is going to be very good. And keep in mind, they did confirm the Fantastic Four's involvement in the next Avengers film at San Diego Comic-Con when they announced Robert Downey Jr. was returning and the Russos would direct the next two Avengers films. So they clearly had a plan before they came out at San Diego Comic-Con, and that plan was, of course, to bring back Doctor Doom and to have the Fantastic Four be a part of the next Avengers film, which is kind of a no-brainer, but fans were worried that there wasn't going to be enough interaction between the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom before Avengers Secret Wars. So this news could be quite comforting to some fans who were kind of worried about that. It also does confirm that this film will have a pretty big multiversal aspect to it. And although we did know this, hearing that over the past months the script had been completely rewritten, it's nice to get a confirmation, and with the Fantastic Four showing up, that's what we get, because Marvel Studios has confirmed they are in a different universe. They're in a retro, futuristic universe set in the 60s, and from what we've heard through rumors, their universe never went through the Dark Ages, so even though they're back in time in the 60s, they're still more advanced than our universe. And I actually think it makes the most sense as far as the story is concerned to have the Fantastic Four be the leads of this film. Reed Richards is the smartest man alive, and we are dealing with multiverse travel and a multiversal villain. Reed Richards is going to be the person who forms the game plan. In the comics, he has a multiversal portal. We also have the Council of Reeds, who have been rumored to possibly make an appearance in either Doomsday or Secret Wars, or possibly both, which could come into play big time for the story. And according to the report, Doomsday will focus on the Fantastic Four with the Earth 616 Avengers not too far behind. So they are still obviously going to be a focus of the Avengers movie. You can't have an Avengers movie with the focus not being on the Avengers, but the Fantastic Four sort of join forces with them, of course. And according to other reports we've heard from many different insiders, Spiderman is going to be one of the other main leads of Doomsday and Secret Wars, which makes total sense. Spider-Man is probably the most popular superhero in the world, if not one of the most popular superheroes in the world. You could obviously make an argument for Batman and others, but he's one of the most popular ever. And people really love Tom Holland, so to make him the lead of the movie makes perfect sense. He's also incredibly smart as well, and I'm assuming he's going to work with the Fantastic Four and with Reed Richards. And it almost is kind of sounding like the Avengers are sort of going to be really the military force behind the plans that Reed Richards Richards and Peter Parker are going to come up with together. Now, this would be a completely different story if Doctor Strange was in the equation, but he's not. However, Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme, and I'm assuming he's going to show up in this movie, and we still do have America Chavez who can travel the multiverse. The only issue with that is that she doesn't have control over her powers. Yes, she has been training, but that's probably too risky to rely on her, and I'm sure Reed Richards isn't going to want to take any chances when it comes to Doom. And since the Fantastic Four are in their own universe and then come to ours, Reed probably has already built that multiversal portal. We also heard a rumor, and this is not confirmed, it's just a rumor, that they actually came from the main Earth 616 universe. Somehow they went through the microverse or the quantum realm and came out in another universe. And in their universe, they had always been working on a way to get back to us. And that could be a really great story of why Reed decides to build the multiversal portal. This could also lead to the Council of Reeds. Or maybe even the Council of Reeds show up and show this Reed how to make a portal. There's a lot of different ways, but Reed, being a man of science, I don't think he's going to want to take the risk of relying on America Chavez since she probably doesn't have her powers under full control. And I, for one, really want to see Reed and Doom interact, and I think a lot of fans do as well. Their history together is legendary. Their rivalry, Doom's hatred for Reed. Plus, not to mention, in the 2015 Secret Wars, the final battle is between Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic. Doom does have some of the powers of the Beyonders, but Molecule Man strips him of his power so he can have a fair fight against Reed Richards. And at the end of it all, Reed, his son Franklin Richards, who has the ability to create pocket universes, and Molecule Man, they reset essentially the multiverse. So yeah, the Fantastic Four are going to play a really big role in Avengers Doomsday and of course Avengers Secret Wars. I'm sure Reed is going to come up with a plan alongside of Spider-Man and Wong, and then the Avengers are going to be there to basically execute the plan and kind of be the firepower behind the plan. And of course the Fantastic Four have power with the Thing and the Human Torch, Sue Storm, but there is only 4 of them. And they have a baby to look after, Franklin Richards. So it sounds like the Avengers are going to be the ones to bring the heat. And hopefully we get an awesome lineup. Hopefully we get the angry Hulk back, not Professor Hulk. Captain Marvel's going to be in the equation, I'm sure. Hopefully Thor returns. Daredevil has been confirmed to have a role in Avengers Doomsday as well. Of course, Sam Wilson will be coming off of Captain America Brave New World. He has Falcon with him now. We have Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, and all the young Avengers are said to be showing up as well. It is going to be a pretty crazy lineup, and it does still sound like we're going to have just a massive amount of characters in this movie. And at the forefront of it seems to be the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man is an Avenger, so we'll say it's really just the Fantastic Four and the Spider-Man. But the leads and the focus seem to be on Reed, Spider-Man, and Doom. And that could actually be set up very well. An interesting little triangle here, because if Doom and Reed have a past in the MCU somewhere, in some universe, and they know each other and have a history, then the dialogue between Reed and Doom is going to be great. And also, if he looks like Tony Stark, which he does because it's Robert Downey Jr. playing him, and they acknowledge this, then it's going to be very interesting for Peter Parker to interact with him as well. So there could be kind of a crazy interaction there between Reed, Doom, and Spider-Man. One that I am very much looking forward to. But let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news, rumors, or leaks. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.